Hey guys, Luna here. Welcome to part 3 of our modern suburban house let's build. In the last couple of videos, we got the entire house built pretty much. In this one, we'll probably be focusing mostly on the garden, and we may get started a little bit on the inside. Okay, so in the last video, I told you to copy the front of the house to the back. So as you can see here, I've done exactly that. So this side is completely identical to the other side. So hopefully you've got to this stage as well. So that means the entire house is finished. If you look on the inside, you can actually see it looks a lot bigger on the inside than it is on the outside. Because if we decide to make the garage just kind of look like a garage from the outside, but on the inside we'll actually make it part of the house. But a couple of things I will go over just in case you didn't quite manage to do it when you were copying the house from one side to the other. The first one is the roof. If you're bringing the roof over from here to here, there to there, then you'll be left with a big square here. All you have to do is just fill that in with the slab. Okay? So you can see it would just be slab on top. You can fill that in. And the other thing would be this wall around here. It doesn't quite work out evenly, so if you filled in these, which we did do in the last video, I think we filled in the first two, you can make 3 from this side, 3 windows from this side, and you'll be left with kind of a space in the middle. You could just fill it in like that. Okay? So that's the only 2 problems that you probably should have had when you were copying the house from one side to the other. And of course, if you did have any other problems, you can just ask me in the comments below. Okay, and I'll try and help you out. On the inside, what I've done is I've just taken up the wood and I've just filled in any spaces I could see here on this side and this side. I will also just fill in spaces like that with jungle wood. And also I've tried to bring up all of these all the way to the roof. Okay, so yours will probably look something like that. You know, you can fill these in. We will probably do something about the roof once we start the interior. Oh, one thing, I haven't filled in something here. We can fix that later. Oh yeah, okay, I know, I've just got to fill that in with stone bricks. Yeah. Okay. That's the same. We will do the interior once we've finished doing the garden. Okay, so for the garden, what I was thinking, if we take out some gravel, I'm just going to start by digging out a path all the way from the door here right up to the path that goes kind of the street here. So if you're building this on your build, obviously you can attach it to the path on your street. And I'm just going to fill this in with gravel all the way up. So I'm just going to use this one color. Usually when I make a path, I kind of make it a mixture of gravel and stone and cobblestone. But for this one, I'm just going to make it all gravel. Okay, I might even destroy this and attach it onto the cobblestone. Yeah, that looks good. So I've done that. I'm also going to attach the garage to the road, but I will do that at the end most likely. I'm not sure whether I'm going to make it the road yet or whether I'm just going to make it some kind of block. It'll either be road, or I could use gravel, or I may make it stone. I'll decide that later. But the next thing I'm going to do is take cobblestone wall, and I'm going to make a little fence right round. I did say in the last video I was going to grow a tree, a large tree. So I done that. It took forever to get a large tree to grow there. But if you want to grow one in the exact same place, you can just build it there. It's from this piece of fence here. You can build over 1, 2, 3, 4, and then on the second one along. Okay, so that's where I planted my tree. And I'm just going to take cobblestone wall, and I'm just going to place it behind the tree, and I'm just going to go all the way up to my path, like right along here. Go right along to the path there. We can miss out a space there, obviously. I'm going to go along to here. Again, I'm going to miss out a space for the garage door. and I'm going to go right down this direction. I'm not sure what we're going to be doing on the back of the house yet, but so we'll just take this right down to the other side, and we'll figure it out later. I'll just destroy that. Okay, that will do for now. And again, we can do the same on this side. We can just bring this wall right down. Okay. And we'll figure out the back of the garden later. We'll probably just make it quite similar to the front. Okay, so that's done. And then it still looks a bit plain, so I'm going to take some kind of leaves, oak leaves, and again, I'm just going to make a little border that goes around the inside of this fence. So, right around the middle here. This should go all the way up and attach onto the tree. And again, we can just go all the way down to the bottom of the fence here. And the reason I'm doing this is just to make it kind of look a bit compact, the garden. I don't like gardens being too open. I do if it's a modern house or it's a really big house. But this is quite a small kind of suburban house, and so I want the garden to be very compact. So you can decide where your fence goes here. If you want to have a space going down the side here, then that's up to you. But I don't really have space because of all these trees. So I will just make it like that. Okay, there's still a space down this side to walk down, so... okay, yeah, that's looking good so far. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to make a little cobblestone steps going across this grass here. So if we place one, say, like there, and we just kind of make like a little windy path going all the way over to there, say. Yeah, we'll see what that looks like. We fill those in with cobblestone. Just a couple of stepping stones that take you up to the tree. So, you know, you could jump across them. Like that. And we could even put them here and make like a little gate there. You know? Like that. Yeah, that kind of works out. I like that. So we've got a little cobblestone path that takes you out to wherever you're going to be building here. This will most likely just be filled in with trees again, because that's just what I have down the side of all my houses. It'll just look like this. Okay, so that's looking really good. We can also take... We'll just use the oak leaves as well. I'm going to fill in some of the space underneath these windows. So if we just fill in, say, 2 like that, all the way along, maybe leave a space like that, and then I'm going to put a line down the bottom like this. There we go. Just because I don't like that being too open. We want to add in as much detail as we can. So that looks good. We can fill in, again, the grass there with... I'm going to use bone meal just to quickly fill in all of this grass, so it doesn't look too empty. There we go. Perfect. Also, guys, I did copy the grass bits here onto this side, so don't forget to do that as well. Okay, I didn't match up the where all of these plants and stuff were. I just kind of made it up again. Alright, so let's take a look what we've done. That's looking good so far. Right, sorry guys, I just skipped ahead, so it was day. We're going to dig out this grass here, and we can make it just the kind of mowed lawn kind of look, using 2 different colors of green clay. So we'll just quickly dig that out. Because of the where I've placed my build, I don't really have too much room on the back to put in a swimming pool. So I'll just see what I can fit in. But obviously, if you've got something that's if you've got much bigger space to build, then you can just put in wherever you want in the back. Alright, so I'm going to use lime green and just regular green stained clay, and we can fill this in stripey, like that. I think that will look good. Yeah, that's looking good right now. I think this will be the last video, guys, and then if I manage to get some time, I will most likely start decorating the inside of this house, and then I will make a fourth video of just a kind of showcase of the interior. I'm not going to make videos of me building the interior, just because I don't know if I will. I will just see if I have some spare time to do it. Okay? Yeah, that looks good, but we need to add in something to here because it's still a bit open space, and like I said, I want it to be really compact looking, you know, as much things added in here as we can. So like most of my modern builds, I'm going to add in a couple of beacons on wooden fence, just to make the whole build lit up. Maybe if we place it over beside the tree, like right here. I'm not too sure. Maybe over here. Yeah, that looks good. Alright, so I'm going to put some wheat going along this path as well. So I'm going to take out some wheat again, and we need water bucket. And we need a hoe. Wheat seeds, and I always forget to take out the grass block. Okay, so I'm just going to dig out some randomly, like that or something. Just kind of following along. And I will do the same to this side. I don't know what this will look like, but we will find out. So we'll just quickly dig out all these. And fill them all in with water. Oops. Right down there. Hopefully these will be enough, and then that will be your garden finished. Okay, so if we just fill in all these with grass, and then we won't really know what it looks like until we've started to grow, so we will probably go and start the inside, and then we can come back to this to see what it looks like. Okay, although I'm not going to do the interior, I will put in the floor, and I do have a good idea for what we can do for the garage kind of area. Or maybe we will start the back garden. Okay, so we'll just leave that to grow. Okay. It looks kind of good right now. I like how much all of it is overgrown. Now, it doesn't look like it's kind of wild. It looks like it was intentionally made this way. But it looks good. Okay, especially once this grows in. I like the color of wheat. So yeah, I'm going to start the back garden, I think. Okay, we can just bring down this wall all the way to the edge of where I have my grass here. And we can fill it in with oak leaves. So I'm just going to bring this all the way down. We don't really need to leave a space for a road for the garage because I don't have a road on this side. But we can leave... Actually, we don't actually need to leave a space for the door either. We can just kind of enclose this in. So you can see here I don't really have much space to build my garden on this piece of land. Because this here is going to be sand for this. Is all going to be beach. Okay, we can bring this leaves all the way down. And right along. Or actually, we can see what this looks like if we bring this over the top. Like that. Yeah, I think if we attach on the leaves so they're double from like the side of the house there, and then I'm going to bring them right over the top of the fence. That way it kind of encloses the whole garden from the back. Because we don't really want people to see in. You want it to be kind of like a private kind of area on the inside. So then that goes along there, and that can attach onto there. Perfect. And then we can use this spare piece of fence on the side. We can put some torches on it. Just to keep your whole garden lit up from the sides. Okay, it doesn't really matter where you put them, just so long as they're lighting up the whole side. That'll do. I'll maybe put one on either side of this fence. There we go, that's looking really good. Also guys, I put the torch on these doors here, on top of the garage doors. Okay, so that keeps it lit up. And I think I will put one on top of there as well. We wanted something to put on there to add in a bit more detail. We can just lay it up instead. I'll do the same to this side. There we go. Okay. So, I think guys, what I'm going to do is dig out a swimming pool, say, where the garage door is. So I'm just going to kind of make it not like a regular shape, I'm just going to make it kind of like a round shape. I'm not going to put any thought into it, I'm just going to randomly go around in kind of a circle shape, so like that. Yeah, we'll go right up to the edge. That looks good. We can fill in some of these just so it makes it kind of more neat. Let's see, we can dig out that. Yeah, that works out better. So if you want me to, I will tell you the exact shape that I have. So you can kind of see there, kind of like the shape of a kidney shaped pool. So you can just copy that down. But what I'm going to do again, guys, I'm going to go to sleep, and then I'm going to dig that out. Okay, so I will dig that out, and we can fill in a big tree again on this side, just so it's the same as that side, because it will also look good in our back garden. And we can just fill the rest in. We can just leave it as grass, to be honest. So that's what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to dig out the driveway here and attach it onto the road. I'm going to dig out the pool, and I will fill it in with water. For the edges of the pool, I will most likely just leave it as stone. Okay, so I'm just going to fill this in with stone. And I'm going to dig this down by 2, say, and just fill it in with water. And I will probably dig down 2 as well for the stone. Okay, I'll fill in the water from the top, obviously. And then, guys, I will try to grow a tree as well. And then on the inside, I'm going to dig out all the mud for the floor. And I will fill it in just with oak plank, okay? Because that's going to take about half an hour. But you will see what it looks like then, okay? There's no point in me doing it on the video, because it will just waste a lot of the time. And by that time, the wheat will have grown here, and we can see what that looks like, okay? So I will see you once that's finished. Alright guys, so you can see here, I have finished off the front garden here. We can add in some other stuff to there once we've looked at everything else. The driveway here, all I've done is fill that in with white stained clay instead of the actual road colours. On the inside, I've filled in quite a lot of things. I've filled in the floor here with just regular oak wood. Okay. I'm going to put in a little steps here. I made this little platform here. It goes from there all the way along to the second quartz there. Well, one past that actually. And I filled that in with stone brick. And I've made some stairs going up to kind of a little extra bit up here. Since we've got lots of space here, we can have like kind of a second floor. And then because that's there, I dug down here, so we have some extra space under here. And then I put the stairs in, and I put these wooden beams going right up to kind of make it look like it supports that from holding it up. Okay, so that's what I've done in here. There's quite a lot of work went into making this look like this. So you can either copy this or not. But I'm not going to be showing you me decorating the inside of here. So I guess you can kind of make it whatever way you want to. But that's the way I've done it. Right, and actually through here, I've finished the back garden. Okay, so what I've done, I filled in the pool. I then put a border around of just stone slab. Obviously it couldn't go here because I have the fence there. And then once I did that, I connected this side of the pool to the door. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wide, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wide. Okay, and then I put in these beacons just to light the whole pool up, and then I filled in the rest of the grass with just the stained clay again. And finally I put in all of the grass around the edge. Now the only thing left to do here is, just before we finish, I've got a couple of things to add. I'm going to put in just a couple of sun loungers right here. So I'm going to use spruce wood, I'm going to use fence, glowstone, and I'm going to take out black carpet for a table, and I'm going to use light blue stained clay. Okay, so I'm just going to put in a couple of sun loungers right here. I'm going to dig out that, put glowstone in, just so the whole of this side of the garden is lit up at night. And then you can put a line of fence. Let's see, I'm just going to make it 3 high, and we can put kind of an umbrella kind of thing going around here. So the way I make it is just make a square that's 3 by 3, and then you can put on a line like that. It goes down the way, and then another one there, another one there, and another one there. Like that, and that looks good. And then you can just bring this fence along and put the carpet on, and then that's that finished. Okay, so that looks good, and it goes with the rest of our garden. So that's this side completely done. You can fill it in exactly like this. You can try and grow a bigger tree if you want. I just stuck with this one because I don't know how long it would take to get a big tree, and I had a lot to fill in. But it still looks okay with a smaller tree. We have the big one on this side. Just to finish everything off, I'm just going to add in some final oak leaves just randomly around here. Okay. I'm not going to... Actually, I don't want to be there. I'm not going to cover any of the path. So we'll try and make them like that. Okay. So guys, that's the garden completely finished. Okay. And the house is also completely finished, except for the interior. Okay guys, that's our suburban house completely finished. If you enjoy the build series, don't forget to leave a like and your comments below. And to keep up to date with all of my builds, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And we're completely finished this house now, so we'll be moving on to something else, most likely an Italian restaurant, which we'll build over there, behind this building. Okay guys, so I hope you enjoy the video, and I will see you in the next one.